live from Investa headquarters, bringing you the freshest and trending market news.
Updates on PSE, crypto, global markets, and anything in between.
I am Renzo.
I am Deorie, and here are the InvestaNews headlines. Philippine economy to grow 6% this 2021.
Solar Philippines 2.7 billion IPO approved by SEC.
SpaceX set to launch Doge-1 to the moon in 2022.
Sandbox Metaverse Alpha to finally launch on November 29.
And Twitter builds own crypto team. Philippine economy to grow 6% this 2021. This news, Renzo, is actually good news, right? So since it's also expected that the economy will grow by more than 6% this year.
Agree ako dyan, Jory. Actually, even according to the BSP Governor, Benjamin Jokno, our country is on its way to recover sa impact ng pandemic by the third quarter of next year or maybe even earlier.
Yes, and because the country is also gaining herd immunity dahil sa vaccine rollout, the BSP governor is also seeing the country's GDP growth to 7 to 9% sa 2022 and 6 to 7% sa year 2023.
I agree. And speaking of vaccine rollouts, close to 31 million Filipinos na ang fully vaccinated and almost 37 million naman ang naka-receive na ng kanilang first dose. But still, of course, the government is aiming to vaccinate 70% ng ating total adult population.
That's a really good news, no? And sana magtuloy-tuloy na ang pag-open ng ating economy, lalo na sa ibang bansa.
Para sa ating susunod na balita, Solar Philippines 2.7 billion IPO is approved by SEC. So SPNEC received the green light from SEC recently, and the net proceeds for this IPO will be used by the renewable energy company to partly finance the first phase of its 500 megawatt solar project. Now, the construction is expected to begin before the end of 2021. This IPO is expected to be priced at 1 pesos per share and be listed on the local exchange starting this December.
So, para sa mga bago nating manonood, Renzo, ano ba ibig sabihin kapag nag-IPO ang isang company?
Bali, IPO stands for Initial Public Offering, and this means that the company wants to go public and to raise money by offering the shares to the public. Now, they will issue a certain amount of shares to investors so that they can subscribe at a certain price before it opens to the secondary market kung saan tayo nagtitrade at nag-invest.
Alright, so parang pala in a way na nag-birthday ang isang company kapag nag-IPO.
Tama ka dyan, Jory, and that's a good analogy. And speaking of IPOs, we also have Medilines. It's another interesting IPO that will be offered this November 22 to 26, and they just released their final offer price kaninang umaga at 2.3 pesos per share.
Wow, if I'm not mistaken, Medilines is the leading distributor of medical equipment here in the Philippines. So, relevant talaga sila sa ating mga healthcare system.
Tama ka dyan, Jory. Actually, lang yan ang IPOs natin for the third quarter of 2021. Recently, we also had All Day, and we also heard news that Figaro is filing for an IPO. So, we are living in exciting time.
Right, I agree to that. And as for crypto news update, SpaceX is set to launch Doge-1 to the moon in 2022. Hindi talaga magpapahuli si Elon Musk when it comes to mission to the moon this time with the SpaceX satellite Doge-1.
Yes, this is actually a Dogecoin-funded mission following a new partnership between SpaceX and a blockchain company called 𝗓𝗓𝗪𝗓 Corporation or GEC, which is set to fly to the moon by early next year.
And in-announce din ng GEC that they are already working on a 40-kilogram cube satellite flying on a Falcon 9 rocket.
Next up, Sandbox Metaverse Alpha to finally launch on November 29. Now, after 4 years of waiting, 5,000 lucky users ang magkakaroon ng chance to experience and roam around the Sandbox Metaverse for the very first time in their multi-week alpha event.
So looks like it's the reason why SandUSDT surged to its all-time high of 3.7 earlier today.
Tama yan, Jory. But now the question is, how different will it be compared to Decentraland's and Epic Games' Metaverse?
So let's see, maybe it's better to secure your own digital land now? We may not know.
Next up, reporting on another crypto news, we have Mr. 𝗏𝗪𝗏.
Alright, thank you Renzo. In crypto-related news, Twitter builds its own crypto team. The social media giant Twitter recently launched their own crypto team which aims to be a center of excellence of all things blockchain. So with the continuing mass adoption, right, of all these different big companies, right, in cryptocurrency, it's really interesting where we're gonna be in the next 2 to 3 years. So I'm gonna continue to keep an eye out on the different companies that are continuing to adopt cryptocurrency in their own businesses and in their own operations. So with that, back to you, Renzo.
Thank you so much, 𝗏𝗪, and that's it for the freshest and trending market news today. My name is Renzo.
For PSE crypto global market updates and anything in between, we'll be back next week. I am Jory.
Once again, this is InvestaNews.